What's up, fellow pilots? It's Caleb here from Air 101, and today we're going to be talking about 5 things that you should look out for when choosing an aircraft mechanic to work on your aircraft. When you're planning on buying an aircraft, there are lots of things that you're thinking about. You're thinking about, is the aircraft going to be tied down? Is it going to be hangared? Which airport are you planning on flying out of? How much does the aircraft insurance cost, etc. But one of the most important things you need to think about is trying to find a good aircraft mechanic to work on your aircraft and do your annuals. Well, here are 5 things that should help you choose the right aircraft mechanic. Please note that step number 5 is probably one of the most important things you do when choosing an aircraft mechanic. So make sure that you stay to the end of this video. Number 1, check out the local shops. Actually get in your car and drive to these facilities. See how organized and how clean they are. Check out what type of aircraft that they have in the shop. If they only have corporate jets in their shop, then maybe that shop is not the most appropriate shop to be working on your Cessna 172. Also, if you drive to the shop and find out that they're just working outside of someone's backyard and they have 1 or 2 employees that look like they've never seen the inside of an aircraft, maybe it's best to find a different aircraft mechanic. Number 2, ask around. Pilots love to talk, am I right? So make sure that you ask fellow pilots which aircraft mechanic works on their aircraft and what the aircraft maintenance shop's reputation is. Usually this can help steer you in the right direction. Number 3, after you've heard of a good aircraft mechanic, maybe test out the relationship with them by having them first just do an oil change on your aircraft. If they can't do a good job with the oil change and treat it professional, then maybe that aircraft mechanic is not meant for you. Number 4, give this video a big thumbs up. Now, this won't necessarily help you find the right mechanic, but it will help me so that I can continue to make great videos just like this one. Number 5. Now, I'm glad that you stayed to this part of the video, as this is one of the most important things that you can do when looking for an aircraft mechanic. Make sure that they have a proper insurance policy in place in case something actually happens to your aircraft. You will want to make sure that they have at least these types of coverages. I'm going to list these coverages on the screen so that you can make a checklist to help you out for when you're looking for an aircraft mechanic to work on your aircraft. Please note these are just the basic coverages that an aircraft mechanic should have. But realistically, there's a lot more coverages that they can purchase to help protect them and help protect you even better. Number 1, premises liability. This is a basic slip and fall coverage that their aircraft maintenance shop should have. This is an important coverage and deserves a whole video, which I'm going to be making a video on premises liability in the future. But for right now, make sure that the aircraft shop that's working on your aircraft has this type of coverage. Number 2, products liability. If the aircraft maintenance shop works on your aircraft and then later on you're flying your aircraft and you have an accident and crash it, then this type of coverage will potentially replace your aircraft for you if your insurance company finds out that the reason for the accident was due to the work that your aircraft maintenance shop had performed on your aircraft. Obviously, you would want to make sure that you have your own aircraft insurance policy in place as well. Number 3, hangar keepers liability. If your aircraft is in the aircraft maintenance shop and is in their care, custody, and control, and the hangar collapses on your aircraft and destroys it, then this type of coverage would potentially kick in and replace your aircraft. Now, these are the 3 basic coverages that you should look out for when choosing your aircraft mechanic. But here are some extra coverages that you may also want to know about when looking for an aircraft mechanic. Do they have professional liability, which is meant for advice that they may give, for example, on pre-purchase inspections? Spares in transit for any parts that they are shipping from one location to another location. Hangar keepers liability in transit for any parts that you may own that is in the care, custody, and control of the aircraft maintenance shop that is being shipped from one location to another location as well. And they might even have in-flight hangar keepers liability for any aircraft that they need to bring up and test fly that wouldn't be covered under the aircraft owner's insurance policy. I just want to say how important it is to make sure that your aircraft mechanic has aviation insurance, because it shows a couple of things. Number one, it shows that they are a professional organization and that they're truly thinking about everything that they need to run a shop properly. Number two, they care about you, the customer. They realize that no matter how good they are at fixing aircraft, they are still willing to pay a lot of money for aviation insurance to make sure that you are protected in the event of a loss. By following these 5 things, it will at least help you get started in the right direction for choosing the right aircraft mechanic to work on your precious aircraft. I hope you find the right aircraft mechanic. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.